son.
That's a hell of a way to start. All right. So, shit's still popping off in West Asia. Why do I keep calling it West Asia? Because it's a better like Middle East. That's so Eurocentric. Like East of what? It's West Asia. Like we should start calling Europe a parasitic growth on Asia because that's essentially what it is. Like Europe is not a continent. Eurasia, I think, would be more accurate. No,
Yeah.
like or maybe just why don't we just annex Europe to Asia? Let's just annex Europe to Asia. I mean, that was what.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what Genghis Khan tried to do, right? He wanted to bring back his lost European brothers into the fold and civilize them. Same thing the Moors in Spain tried to do, but that bastard Charles Martel, he had to fucking show up and wreck the historically progressive Moorish conquest. Anyway, go ahead.
Have you ever heard of the term Swana? Swana?
Yeah, SWANA, Southwest Asia, North Africa. I also hate the term North Africa. Like it's all Africa. It's like that's some pretty racist shit. And like it goes back to like all those European archaeologists that were hanging out over there. They were like, you know what, let's just split the civilized Africans from the dark savages to the south. Yes. Oh yes. Like, you know, these people like they are so obsessed with trying to make black people inferior to them that like they found the ruins of Great Zimbabwe. And they were like, the Romans built this. These savages that are there to stack rocks on top of one another. Oh no, no, no! This is a lost Roman colony. By Jove!
I think that kind of filters into today with like the whole like the pyramids were aliens and like that the Mayan and Aztec shit. Yeah, 100%,
dude.
And I'm not a Hotep. Like I'm not one of those. Oh, we were ancient Egyptians. No, my ancestors are from West Africa. I am of. Well, my ancestry is basically 90% African, 10% European, which I do not claim. But like I'm of Yoruba, Ashanti, and Wolof, and Manding descent. Very proud warrior nations. The Ashanti in particular, they have drip. They love gold, and like I'm proud to be descendant from them. But at the same time, like Africa is the origin of all of humanity. So technically, Africa is the origin of civilization. And how the fuck are you going to have a civilization on the African continent that yet you try to sever from Africa? It's just blatant anti-Africanness. That's why I hate the term North Africa. It's all Africa. Pan-Africanism for life.
Hell yeah.
So anyway, shit is still popping off over there, right? So Dimona. Interesting fact about Dimona. Has anybody heard of the Black Hebrew Israelites?
Yes, actually.
There's a shitload of them.
Very recent dealings. Yeah.
Yet, please do tell.
So there is a group here in Cleveland, Riddle Farms, right? And it's run by a group that has direct ties to. I actually did some research into this recently because they were brought up as a potential coalition partner for any mutual aid effort, and I did research. I found that
two of the Israelites,
the Black African Jewish nation, yeah. So like similar thing. They all go. They're very present in Israel. They're hated by the Israeli government, but they still all serve in the IDF. Like it's a whole thing. And two of the founders.
The Israelis are not going to turn down any fucking any opportunity to use meat shields.
Hell no.
They're not going to grant you citizenship. They're not going to treat you like the upper class over there. Like the people understand. Like in Israel, there's like they have like tiers of citizenry. Like on top, there's the Ashkenazim, basically the white people, the people that came from Poland, Germany, all these places, France, etc., the U.S. Then you have the Mizrahim, basically the indigenous Jewish population of the Middle East. And like the thing with Israel is that they were so desperate for settlers and meat shields that a lot of these people, they had been members of Jewish communities that have existed for centuries, for millennia. And they literally destroyed these communities, okay, and forced them to move to the Zionist entity to be used as settlers and meat shields and human shields. So you have the Mizrahim, Then you have the Beta Israel, who are from Ethiopia. The Israelis call them falashas, which is a slur, and they're basically treated like shit. And like, of course, they also like if you've seen those Twitter videos of like of black women or black people in general who are in the IDF, most of them probably came from Ethiopia. So, and this was in the 70s. They literally went to Ethiopia and kidnapped these people and forced them to be in Israel. And then they also tried to sterilize. And there was medication, well, not medication, a poison, a toxin called Depo-Provera that they forced all of the Ethiopian Jewish women to take to sterilize them. Like people understand, like Israel is it's an ontologically fucked up country.
It's another white settler colonial project, just not in the United States, not in the Americas.
As the doctor said at the People's Palestinian Forum last year, Israel is a Dutch, Spain, Polish, German, British, French, and American project. It is not some like it's not like a true Jewish entity. It is a project kept up by Western Europe and America to expropriate whiteness into the Levant and into West Asia and then in the part of Africa to reestablish like French Algiers kind of.
Reestablish the foothold. Yeah, and like when Israel falls, you can basically have millions of Pied Noirs. That's probably the most famous Pied Noir would be Albert Camus. So like French, Algerian. Well, they don't even deserve the title Algeria. Basically, French people that lived in Algeria. They were basically parasites. Everybody should watch the Battle of Algiers, and you will learn all about why the Pied Noirs sucked. But going back to what's popping off in the Zionist entity. So yeah, Dimona. There's apparently a nuclear reactor there. Also, another thing: the Israelis have nukes. The Israelis are the only country in the Middle East that have nuclear weapons. You know how they got nuclear weapons? France. Why did France give Israel nuclear weapons? To get on Nasser's nerves. Because Nasser embarrassed them during the Suez crisis. So they were like, you know what? We've got this hostile-ass country on your border. Let's give them nuclear weapons. Let's see what happens. You think you embarrass us? You think you take our canal? Enjoy your nuclear weapon.
I thought they got their weapons from South Africa.
No, South Africa had they gave nukes to South Africa.
Oh, I had flip-flop. Okay.
Yeah, the Boers were basically still fucking playing in the dirt in 1948. No, Israel basically had nukes almost since its inception because they stole uranium from the United States. Yeah. And then they also had spies over here. So they stole the research. And then they had the French scientists come put all the shit together. Yeah. And they have also expressed their, like everybody knows, it's an open secret. Nobody even bothers to deny it anymore. They deny it officially because they're not allowed to have them, technically. But the thing with the world is these imperialists, they live by the law of the jungle. So we've got them. What are you going to do? Attack us? Come take them away? Fuck you. So yeah, Israel has nukes. Everybody knows it. Iran, on the other hand, does not have nukes. The Ayatollah actually had a fatwa against nuclear weapons. And it was like, yeah, we're not building this shit. These are horrible, destructive, shitty weapons. We don't need them. On the other hand, they did need them because shit that's happening now. On the other hand, it's not our goal. It's not our role as Americans to be like, oh, they shoulda, coulda, woulda, because we shoulda, coulda, woulda stopped the war. But we as the left are too busy squabbling and fighting each other and splitting over stupid shit. And here we are. Here we sit. So going back to Dimona, there's a nuclear reactor. There's also a shitload of Hebrew Israelites there. They have names like Tovit Israel. Again, these are not people that are indigenous to West Asia. These people are the descendants of the basically African Americans that became convinced that they are actually Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them migrated to Israel, and they live in one of the shittiest cities in the country.
Yep.
The Negev Desert. Not a nice place to live. Desert.
And going back to the Riddle Farms founding, two of the founders of Riddle Farms own a company in Dimona. And that company's explicit goal is to use green infrastructure to enrich that city and kind of bring it to life with like a sort of like, microbiome in and of itself, and also sustainable farming. That's like their main mission there. And they send a lot of their new recruits to Riddle Farms here in Cleveland to Israel for training right there in Dimona. So it's like a labor scheme almost.
Yeah. So they basically, and they don't consider themselves Jewish, but they do claim an ancestral connection to Israel. So they live in basically a shitty cult compound surrounded by gardens and vegetable patches. So that's where they live. And yeah, about 500 of them are Israeli citizens, and most of the rest have permanent residency. They serve in the IOF, and a few of them ended up. They didn't even have any passports. They basically snuck into the fucking country, and the Israelis deported them. So yeah, that's where those are the types of people that live around here. They believe that they are the descendants of the biblical tribes of Israel, who, after the Roman conquest of Judea in 70 AD, fled down the Nile and west into the African interior and were ultimately taken as slaves to North America centuries later. They observe an interpretation of biblical laws formulated by their late founder that includes strict veganism, abstention from tobacco and hard alcohol, fasting on the Sabbath, polygamy, and a ban on wearing synthetic fabrics. So they're basically black Mormons. But yeah, those are the types of people that live here. And Iran put belt to ass, and they received a ballistic missile strike. There was also a strike in another city, which I will show later. But yeah, and of course, Trump is shitting the bed. Oh, look. The thing with these fascists, I know I'm talking too much. The thing with these fascists is that like they know what they're doing. Their goal is to keep us so fucking like running from emergency to emergency. Like I made a joke a few weeks ago, like all these emergency protests, we're going to be having an emergency protest every 6 hours. There's an emergency every 6 hours. We're going to be having an emergency protest. We're going to wear out the souls on our fucking feet and our metaphysical souls. It's like
it's going to be an emergency to not have an emergency.
Yeah, an emergency protest against emergencies. So yeah, an Iranian missile strike has hit the town of Dimona in southern Israel next to a nuclear facility. The IAEA, International Atomic Energy Agency, said they did not know that there was any damage to the nuclear research facility. But after the strike, there were 40 people injured, apparently no deaths, 37 mild injuries, and a 10-year-old boy in serious condition. Yeah, it's a very serious scene. That's what happens when you start fucking wars. And the Shimon Peres Negev Nuclear Research Center in the middle of the fucking desert, the Dimona reactor is accepted as holding Israel's nukes. I'm really glad they didn't hit that shit because that would have been very bad. Not just for Israel. Like, the people that are like, oh yeah, nuke Tel Aviv, nuke Tel Aviv. Okay. Fallout is a thing. This is not a conventional bomb. So if they're, first of all of this land belongs to the Palestinian people, and I don't think they want their land permanently irradiated. So like, yeah, it's people that sit in the West and like, oh yeah, nuke, 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 nuke. Yeah, weaponized spectacles. Yeah, but yeah, if Iran had hit that and blown up those nukes, that'd have been very, very bad. But again, it was probably the Iranians like, okay, we know y'all got this shit there. We know where it's at. Here you go. Enjoy. What do y'all think?
Yeah, like I think the nuke Tel Aviv thing is mostly like just like agitational. Like it's provocative.
Yeah. Yeah. So the Strait of Hormuz remains closed. And look, people understand, okay, Iran does not charge a toll for this. There's a toll for the Suez Canal. There's a toll for the Panama Canal. Like, if there is a strategic choke point that is controlled by a country, that country has the right to and will charge a toll. The Strait of Hormuz, the Iranians do not charge a toll for it. They will literally let you.
They are taking Chinese yuan. There are sources that are saying that some vessels, if they pay in the Chinese yuan, Iran lets them through. So not necessarily a toll, but like if you drop the petrodollar, you get let in.
Yep. So MSN is whining about that. Iran has turned Hormuz into. Okay, here's the thing. Why, if you did not want all of these problems, why did we attack them? Like, did you really think that? Like, oh, we're just gonna roll over? Like, this is a 7,000-year-old civilization. Like, did they really think that they're just gonna let fucking Israel and the United States bully them? They even tried to fuck with Spain. So yeah, now, go ahead.
Yeah. Like I think the whole thing with Venezuela, how they just kidnapped their leader, and then the new government is just cooperating with them. I think that boosted their confidence and made them, you know, think that these things are easy or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, ain't shit easy in this world. Like even still, like Venezuela, God bless them, it's not Iran. So like, yeah, mind you, also like the Iranians have actual experience in a massive like million-person war. The Iran-Iraq War. Saddam stupidly tried to invade Iran, and he got his ass whooped. He got his ass handed to him. And so these people have experience with conventional warfare recently, modern conventional warfare. And of course, they're not going to roll over. This is also a country that is heavily invested in STEM. Like, if Iran was not under sanction, if Iran was not constantly being fucking attacked and messed with, they probably would have fucking cured cancer for a world of ungrateful motherfuckers. Like all those girls that were killed at that school on the first day of this bullshit, I guarantee you, like 9 out of 10 of them would have grown up to be an engineer or a doctor. And you have immense cultural heritage, immense human possibility being wiped out for because of the fucking Epstein file. Because distractions are needed. Because these maniacs, Hegseth and Rubio and Mullen and Trump and Vance think that shit's sweet. As my grandma used to say, we find it out now that fat meat is indeed greasy. Like you cannot just sow chaos and confusion around the world and expect it to not come back to bite you in the ass. Now it's biting us in the ass in the form of gas prices and stuff. One thing that I've been constantly like encouraging people, like, okay, if you're an organizer, you have to plan for this. That's why we do a lot of virtual meetings. Because nobody's going to be driving around and around. I'm part of the I'm one of the co-chairs of the political education committee in SDODSA. Like we do virtual meetings mostly because just thinking as a person that comes from the working class, okay, ain't nobody going to drive all the way across town to talk about a book. So you get off work, come get your poly in. People are going to have to learn how to do that. All these catered meals and other bourgeois frivolities at the first world, that's later for that shit. You better eat Little Caesars like the working class does.
My boyfriend works at Little Caesars.
No.
Amen.
Yeah, I like that. I like that cheesy bread.
Hey, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I grew up on fucking Little Caesars. There was a Little Caesars up the street from the house where I was growing up. Yeah, I grew up on fucking Little Caesars. Little Caesars, and in St. Louis we got I don't know how familiar y'all are with St. Louis, but we got Emos. The pizza that everybody likes to mock, the flat cracker crust pizza.
Oh, that's you guys?
Yeah, that's us guys. Provel cheese. Washed down with copious amounts of Vest soda. Or Fitz's if you've got the money. Anyways.
Let's
So,
go.
yeah.
Also, you guys cater at your chapter stuff?
Oh, damn. I said something I shouldn't have.
We don't cater. We don't get shit.
By catering, I mean like, okay, somebody might go to Aldi's and pick up some fucking bread or something like that.
You
Or
guys get
bagels.
food at all? You don't
Bagels and
get,
stuff.
don't
I don't do food. I don't do food at poly-ed meetings. On the rare occasion that we do them in person, I don't see any need to. It's a frivolity. People need to learn socialist austerity.
But also, it's a good organizing practice. Gwen, if you want snacks at your meetings, encourage people to bring snacks to the meetings. Organize. Let's go.
No,
In New York City,
I'm with Chris. We shouldn't do snacks.
Then preach an ascetic lifestyle.
Yes. Anybody that asks for snacks will be forced to do 25 push-ups or they get put out of the meeting.
No, more like recruit 5 people. Toledo's bone dry, so yeah, no, recruit 5 people in the org.
What is famous from Toledo?
Glass. We're the
don't
glass city.
Don't y'all make tires?
No, that's Finley. Finley's Cooper Tire. We also are the term Holy Toledo is us, not Spain, by the way. There's so many churches here. that we get the name.
Holy Toledo!
Yeah, that's us, not Spain. That's not Spain.
Holy
No.
Toledo! They stole my tomato.
We also make Jeeps. That's it. Jeep
What's going on? I am. I don't know what the fuck we're talking about now.
glass.
Talk about
Glass.
glass and Jeeps.
And tires and Iranian missile strikes. Like
More.
this one. This
Oh
is
my!
yay!
Hell yeah! Another settler dead.
Woo!
Oh yeah. Something
Why would you-
just since this war started, just I noticed, due to like the general fog of war and things like that. But like I've noticed that like I know a lot of things I see online are like fake, like
yeah,
fake
a lot of it.
videos, old videos,
Yeah.
misinformation, and so it's like when I first saw this thing happen, I was like, is this real? Like, is this something that actually happened, or is this I don't know some video from 2 years ago being
Yeah.
reposted?
Yeah, I remember the first day of this shit, people were, and I keep calling it this shit because this is essentially what it is, fucking shit. And now they want fucking 200 billion more dollars. Like we could for what the Pentagon is asking, for what Higgs says, Army people call him Whiskey Pete, by the way. For what Whiskey Pete is asking, $200 billion, we could have a high-speed rail network that connects every city in this country. But let's just piss it away in the middle. Let's just piss it away in West Asia, blowing off little kids' legs. But anyways, misinformation is definitely, and it's spread by both sides, right? Like the Israelis in particular. Like I keep telling people, like a lot of this shit that y'all are rushing to parades, like a lot of this shit might be Israeli misinformation. Like they spent the whole fucking, like they announced the Ayatollah was dead before the Iranians did, and people were like, "Oh my god, is he dead? Is he alive? He was seen doing this. He was seen wiping his ass." Like, why don't you just wait? Like, why don't you just wait for the Iranians to announce what happened to the leader? Like, what do y'all rush? And a lot of it is just engagement farming and bait. Like people want to be the first, and like all these fucking Ascent accounts or fake news accounts, like news.com announces breaking Ayatollah sighted in the streets of New York City walking hand in hand with fellow Shia Zohran Mamdani.
I pray for that day.
Yeah, it's just fucking nice. He also said he was Trump is a generational hater. Yeah, Robert Mueller died today. May or may not have had something to do with something that he ate that he shouldn't have. But yeah, that was the guy that the Democrats were so obsessed with.
Yeah.
I remember these motherfuckers were out there protesting for that dude.
Who? Who's our
Robert
Mueller. He was the special attorney for. He's the one who brought the charges against Trump, I thought.
Yeah.
Name rings a bell.
Yeah.
Generally,
Point is, he looked pretty damn healthy a month ago when he was presenting to Congress. So
they gave that shit. They gave him the same shit that the remember like 20 years ago.
Yeah, they gave him a Clinton sandwich. That's what happened.
I remember the Russians love poisoning people. I remember like 20 years ago, like some dude, he was in London. Somebody had an umbrella and they stuck him with it and he dropped dead. Then another guy.
They didn't even stick him with it. It was an ingenious projectile launcher. It hit him with like a pellet of like radioactive poison and like fucking obliterated him. It's insane.
That's metal as hell. I'm sorry. They may be imperialist assholes, right? That want to like exploit the third world for like just like America does, but that's cool as hell.
Remind me to never piss you off.
Oh, facts.
If there's one thing that the Russians have a lot of, it is excess radioactive material. Yevgeny, go hit up Chernobyl again. Somebody say shit on Putin.
Brigo, where's my ammo? No,
yeah.
when the Second American War kicks off, I'm emailing whoever I can to get a crate full of VSSs so that I can finally have them. I don't give a shit if I gotta like offer like 1/10.
Aren't you afraid that you're gonna get door kicked one of these days?
No. I mean, it sits in my mind sometimes that like, yeah, I might come home and my cat might be hanging from a lamp from like my ceiling because I pissed off somebody. But at that point, if my life is being threatened a la cartel style, it gives me credence to do what I must, so to speak. That like I could go into the
Okay.
Don't get the stream banned. Thank you.
oh sorry.
This fake Russian accent is the dumbest thing BRG has done since calling me an ancient. I don't recall ever calling you. Why do you people think I know who the fuck y'all are? It is not fake Russian accent. I am descendant of Pushkin, Ethiopian guy that wrote many, many books. Because before Pushkin, Russia was illiterate. They had black men to teach them how to read and write.
Hey,
I'm Pushkin.
according to your own Twitter, you're the reincarnation of Lenin, so maybe that tracks.
No, this makes me the reincarnation of Lenin. Anyways.
Well, in that case, like my granddad's Lenin. My granddad's a corpse, though.
Really?
Oh, damn.
So was Lenin. Well, actually, Lenin is like a piece of plastic. And why don't they just bury that? Oh, yeah, you're Coptic.
No.
Yeah, you are ancient Egyptian, dude. Coptic, ancient Egyptian. Like,
No, I thought
is it-
Coptics were in Armenia. I
Well,
thought Coptics were in Armenia.
Coptic is an ancient. That's a fusion of Catholic with ancient Egyptian beliefs. So it
is it though like
postdates Jesus.
Is it their liturgical language, like basically descended from the demonic Egyptian that was spoken in late classical Egypt? They're basically like everybody in Egypt now is like people are talking about. Oh yeah, there's like okay. There's been like Egypt literally sits at the intersection of two continents. Because look, let's be real, Cultural Revolution, we are eradicating Europe as a continent. But Egypt literally sits between two fucking huge ass continents. So like, yeah, a lot of people have come and gone. Some people stayed. Yeah. But like the people that are in Egypt now are basically the same as the ancient Egyptian stuff. I don't know why everybody's so fucking weird over Egypt. You don't know what an ancient
Pharaoh book, the White Pharaoh book.
Every depiction of ancient Egyptians that I've seen, they basically have my skin color. But you don't see me running around calling myself Egyptian. But anyways, so this idiot question. Should we have sympathy for people that voted for this guy 3 times?
Absolutely the fuck not.
Lexi, you don't have any. Lexi, you're always such a conscientious, sweet comrade. You have no sympathy?
No, like I mean,
I honestly, I don't give a fuck. Like,
like I guess people who I mean, like propaganda is powerful, right? But like I don't. Well,
even propaganda cannot account for the fact that you voted, you saw the chaos that this country fell under his first term. Why would you? Then you voted for him in 2020. He lost to Sleepy Joe. Then you voted for him again in 2024. Like at some stage, like you want this shit.
Yep. Especially the third time around when there was advance notice of the Project 2025 agenda. Like you want eugenics and genocide. Like consented to it.
Yeah, but now that it's hitting you in your wallet and gas is getting ready to be $10 a fucking gallon, now you're man, fuck this. Like this is why I constantly tell people, like Americans, like the Iranians, they give us too much credit. Like they're thinking that we're sitting up here reading de Tocqueville and we're reading Kant and we're reading Hegel and no. The average American calls themselves a Christian but has never read the Bible. The average American reads nothing but self-help books and porno mags.
Fucking Jordan Peterson.
Atomic Habits. I hate that shit.
Yeah, the average American gets a political education from sound bites on the news and memes, depending on how old they are.
Joe Rogan.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Hassan.
Yeah. Or BRG.
Yeah.
If you get your news from me, you need some help. If you get your news from any streamer, you need some help. Anyways. So, like I said, like, eventually, Like and like, I guess I keep trying to have this middle ground because the American people are complicit, right? Like why? Because we haven't stopped these wars, war after war after war. They bomb. It started on Christmas. They bombed Nigeria on Christmas. Okay. After that, they're like, "Oh, these people." Did people even protest Nigeria being bombed? No. There's only black people, right? Who cares? Okay. After
Like bad
that, they
idea.
figure, yeah. After that, okay, you have ICE rampaging in the streets of Minneapolis all winter. They still are, by the way. They never left. Still up there in Minneapolis. Mm-hmm. Doing that. Okay, the average American. They saw two white people getting killed. Oh, oh no, how bad? Let's go march a little bit. Wave a sign. Okay, cool, cool.
That exactly that. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Like if it was two Latinos or if it was two black people, they wouldn't give a fuck. None of these white
It
people
was
would
the
give.
next fucking day. It was, dude. Like, do you remember what happened in Portland? They just shot a married couple and left them like right in the gutter to die. They had to call their own ambulance. Like, they were just tried to be executed. Nobody
Yeah.
cared. I was one of the only freaking people who wrote a friggin' article about it. Even like,
Yeah. Yeah, but everybody knows Alex Pretty and Renee Good, and we should still honor them as martyrs. But nobody knows about the Porter brother in Los Angeles. Nobody cares. And like Malcolm X said, like all the martyrs that we've given to these movements, all the martyrs that black people and Latinos have given to these movements. Fuck Cesar Chavez, by the way. All the martyrs that we've given, and we should not be expected to just jump up and be like, oh, they're killing white people now. You see?
yep.
Nobody even knows the brother's name, Keith Porter in L.A.
Yeah.
But you expect everybody and
shot on New Year's Eve.
Yeah. And we've been telling people for years, read George Jackson, study George Jackson, study George Jackson. Now all of this shit is coming to pass, and people still don't get it. People still don't like Americans think with their stomachs and their wallets. That's what we think. You can read all the Marx, you can read all the Huey, you can read all the Lenin to these people. Americans, as Huey P. Newton said, are not a reading people. We are probably one of the most anti-intellectual countries in existence.
I mean, as Trump
and
said,
plus they're chauvinistic.
yeah, chauvinistic, but in like the art of the deal, he's like, I think with my gut, and if you think that, like, again, if people overwhelmingly voted for this guy, it's a reflection upon them. If Trump thinks with his gut, then they're thinking with theirs too. It's just a cultural revolution needs to happen tenfold at this point.
Yeah, and that's why, like, I don't want to like when I talk to comrades overseas, and they're always talking about like the strength of bro, come here, come to the United States, be with these people. My people have lived with these folks for 500 motherfucking years. Come be here, live here, walk the streets of Des Moines, Iowa, Fort Wayne, Toledo, all these other shitholes. Talk to the average American. Do they want a war? No. You know why? Because the average American also has has like an insect sense for danger. We still rush into it like morons, but like we know when we finna get an ass whooping. Iran is giving us an ass whooping, so no, nobody wants to send their kids to that shit. But there's a difference between not wanting war because only a sociopath or somebody who's like Barron Trump just had his 20th birthday. Is he swearing being inducted into the United States Army? Absolutely not. If Barron Trump joins the United States military, his dad is probably going to disown him because Trump is literally going to call him. Are you fucking stupid? Why would you join the fucking army? Are you fucking? What is wrong with you? Are you a loser like your brother? Like this motherfucker dodged Vietnam thrice, 3 times, I think, claiming he had bone spurs in his feet. And the thing is, like, anybody who is like hungry for war, look at Hegseth. Has Hegseth seen combat?
Guardsman.
Yeah, a National Guardsman. Has Vance seen? Well, Vance was actually. I'll give him credit. Vance has actually been in the shit. I think. I could be wrong, but I think he was a Marine in Iraq. So he knows. Like, okay, cool. But at the same time, he was one of the people that was pushing Trump for this shit. Do they let their kids go to the wars? Absolutely not. No. If they do go, they might be like some type of propaganda bullshit. But they're far, or they might have an office job, but out there getting in fight. No, that's for working class kids. Mm-mm.
No, political dynasties, they always put their kids, look at the Bushes, they always put their kids through Navy or Air Force intelligence. So they breed them for the next upcoming governorships and senators, and then they
Yeah.
funnel them into the CIA. What the Bushes did, what the Clintons tried to do, every political dynasty that's still left, the Huckabees, they groom their kids
The
through the
Huckabees are a
military.
political dynasty? Jesus Christ.
Isn't his daughter like the
They are.
governor of Kansas?
Yeah.
I knew. I thought I knew.
Arkansas. They're from Arkansas.
Arkansas. Yeah.
Okay, well, AR Kansas and Kansas are kind of 2 letters off.
They're the same thing.
Hegseth has seen a lot of combat. I thought Hegseth has seen a lot of the bottom of a whiskey bottle.
That's kind of with himself.
Where do you
I
see
don't
combat
understand.
besides like with his wife? Yeah.
Let's see. Hegseth combat experience.
Oh, I do want to say something though.
Yeah, he is a decorated Army National Guard combat veteran who has served as an infantry officer and senior counterinsurgency instructor. He was an infantry platoon leader in Iraq. He was in Kabul as a senior counterinsurgency instructor in Afghanistan. He was at Gitmo. He was an infantry platoon leader there. He has. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Wait, but he was a lieutenant, so his battle was actually with reading the map. Got it.
Major. He was a major.
Oh yeah, like one thing I wanted to say though is that
Major alcoholic.
while a lot of Americans might think we should not be in Iran, they would get absolutely outraged if you suggested, like if you said something like, "Oh, like I think America," or like if you said something like, "I'm rooting for Iran," or "I'm hoping America loses," or "Who cares if Iran gets a nuclear weapon," or something like that. It's like that. There's still even people who don't, you know, you know, who who think that this is a bad idea to go in Iran, still holds like a chauvinistic worldview where they're still rooting for their team, so to speak, even if they ultimately are against this specific operation or war.
Yeah, they still see Iranians as the enemy. They still see, like, they don't see any solidarity of the working class. They don't know what imperialism is, or if they do have an inkling of what imperialism is, they support it because it provides, as Du Bois would say, a mudsill for their living. Because, like, the average American, they want cheap gas. We want cheap gas. Why? Because the people that destroyed our cities in the middle of the last century for white flight, they ordained that everybody must needs to have a car. Better yet, 2. Better yet, 3. Better yet, 4. Consume, consume, consume. Waste, waste, waste. Okay, now the fucking butcher's bill is coming due. We have been at war in West Asia for going on 30 years now. And now this motherfucker has popped off another forever war. Because, like, here's the thing. Even if Trump was like, okay, I'm done. You beat our ass. Okay, the Iranians are going to be like, okay, bro, you killed almost 200 little fucking girls. You've killed over 1,000 of our people. You think we're just going to forget that? Fuck you. We want Israel gone. We want all of your bases out of the Middle East. And we want reparations. And they're right to make those demands. Ain't nowhere to work. You just go kill people and create havoc for a month and a half and then be like, oh, whoopsie doodles. Bye-bye. Sorry. No, that's not how the world works. If we wanted peace, we shouldn't have started war. No, the average American is only opposing the war because they don't want to fucking die. They don't want their kids to die. They want the shitting little brats to go to business school and learn how to be a big exploiter. They don't want them to go to Iran and lose their legs.
Didn't the same thing happen when Trump during his first term blew up the the journal or whatever in 2020?
Qasem
It was
Soleimani.
Yeah, and everyone was like, "Oh, they're going to get drafted or whatever," and nothing happened.
But the average American Zoomer is like disqualified from the draft for a myriad of reasons.
Scoliosis.
Yeah. Yeah. But on the other hand, they might lower the requirements. Who knows? I'd be 4F regardless. I'm too old. I'm 31. Anyways. So now Trump is issuing another idle threat. Well, actually, maybe a real threat. Look, the thing with fascism is that it's predictable, but it's also unpredictable. Like Nixon had something called the Madman Doctrine. This dude, the second Quaker president, somebody told me that like Hoover was actually the first Quaker. So, well, ironically, both of our Quaker presidents have been absolutely horrible. So Nixon literally had to be talked out of nuking North Vietnam by Henry fucking Kissinger of all people. Trump, I think, is like in that he fancies himself a savvy businessman. You don't get to be a billionaire by being an idiot. So, like one of the rules of power, right? I studied Machiavelli, and Robert Greene is a piece of shit. But I actually have found the 48 Laws of Power to be semi-useful in navigating DSA internal politics. Anyways, like one thing is like you don't let people know what you're doing. You want to keep people convinced that, okay, this fucker's crazy. He's liable to do whatever. Let's not step on his fucking toes. On the other hand, Iran is a 7,000-year-old civilization that has seen people like him come and go. Like Iran has seen literal fucking empires grow old and die, and it still abides. So you have this moron, he's threatening to destroy every single power plant in Iran, basically try to pull a Cuba. We have comrades in Cuba, by the way. The Nuestra America Convoy de Cuba. Even if I have to stow away, I'm going on the next one of these. I have to go. I have to pay tribute to the people that have harbored our comrades.
Hell yeah.
So there's quite a few DSA people. Kneecap is there. Hassan Piker is there. Everybody's in Cuba.
I'd actually love to see Liberation make a detachment and send people out there. That'd be sick.
Yeah. If all you motherfuckers don't defect. Yeah, and then everybody would defect and stay down there.
No,
I do.
Go ahead, Lexi.
Just a tangential point about this. So, like, I was listening to the radio yesterday, and they were talking about Cuba, and they made a point that Cuba is asking specifically for material aid, not humanitarian aid, because humanitarian aid can give the UN an excuse to sort of go in and meddle or it's like the term humanitarian aid carries a certain implication to it or something like that. So yeah, so so I think that's why they're asking specifically for material aid. So like I don't know. That's a tangent, but I figured that just no one here said humanitarian, but I just thought that was something I learned yesterday, and I wanted to share it again. But yeah.
Okay. Thank you for listening to the radio, Lexi. I myself cannot abide it. I haven't listened to the radio since my mom was taking me to school when I was a kid because I missed the bus.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, it's the Tom Joyner Morning Show. Yeah. This is Cuba right now. Totally dark. Totally dark. Looks like fucking Fallout, yeah? That's because of us. That's because this idiot that we've allowed our countrymen to keep electing has decided to strangle the island and deny it the essentials of life, one of which is fuel. And this is just like we could talk about this all until we're blue in the face. We can parse this out and ask ourselves, "Oh wow, this is bad. This is horrible. This sucks." But like ultimately, this is our fault. China is sending them solar panels. We also had a comrade that brought some down there. But like they should not have to rely on individual donations or donations from like we have to be. Where is our fucking power? Well, how do we
Yeah.
define power? Let's see who's read their Huey.
Not
Oh,
right here
shit.
yet.
I didn't know there was going to be a pop quiz, motherfucker. All right. I don't
Oh.
have an
The
exact
power
quote,
to the
but
the power to define a phenomenon and make it act in the according manner, in the desired manner. If you say party one more time, I'm gonna bust you in your fucking hand. Anyways, oh wow, what did
Power
that?
is the ability to make change.
power is
Yeah.
the ability to define phenomena and make it act in a desired manner.
There
Other
you
words,
go.
and then you can couple that with a Mal quote that I love.
Please don't say it.
I ain't gonna say it.
Thank you.
We all
I'm
think
thinking
it.
it really hard.
We
though.
all think it.
Oh wait, what is it?
Oh no.
Lexi, you've been enough fucking trouble. You want some more?
I love when Lexi's trouble. I like when you're feisty. Keep this up.
Yeah.
No, you've been in enough fucking trouble.
Feisty Lexi.
What do you mean? Well, what was the first time?
Did you not get yourself? Did you not? Did they not remove you from the TRBA?
Oh, oh, oh! I thought you meant trouble with this stream. I'm
No,
sorry.
Fuck the
Lexi is
stream.
so unbothered by that it's not even trouble. Like she knows she's coming back.
Lexi's like, huh? Huh? Who gives a shit? Huh?
Uh.
Yeah. Lexi is like the ideal liberation convert. Because everybody else, oh my
yeah.
god, I got removed. Oh my god, kick me out. Oh, he just failed me. Oh my god.
What?
You're just like, you're just like, oh, okay, who cares?
Just chill.
Oh.
Anyways, where the fuck was I? So yeah, the left in this country has no political power. We have not the ability to define this phenomenon. Well, we could define it, but to make this phenomenon act in the according manner. Like and like when we say, oh, we are going to do like it's an empty threat. And our enemies know it's an empty threat. And that's why they continue to do these things. So to stop them from doing these things, it actually requires the establishment of what?
People's rifles.
Gwen.
Yeah.
That's how we'd stop this, right? No?
I mean,
Well, we need to get organized. We need to
That's true.
educate.
That's true.
And I don't know, like, and then we need to. I mean, I don't.
Fuck it. If the stream gets banned, it gets banned. I don't fucking care.
Sorry.
We
look
need
to
to. We need to disrupt their supply lines and interfere with the military recruitment process.
look
Like,
to the
for
Black
example,
Panthers as an example.
Like something like YDSA, they can talk to their peers since the military recruitment complex often recruits from like high schoolers and college age students, and so something that especially young people can do is talk to their peers who are who the military is actively trying to recruit and educate them. Sorry, sorry. Is educate them, and then since since nearly since birth, we've been like a lot of Americans have been ingrained with this propaganda that the military is to be respected, that we should support our troops, that it's honorable to serve, that we're fighting to defend freedoms, etc. And so if we talk to people who the military is targeting for recruitment, that being like high schoolers and college age students, and and we can reach out and and educate them, then we could disrupt their recruitment and they'll have less recruits, right? That's an idea I had, but
So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's Go ahead, Gwen.
Yeah, we got to clown on the army recruiters. Just post up next to them and just make fun of the hell out of them.
Since we started with a Huey P. Newton quote, I agree.
I had a buddy that actually used to do that, by the way. They hated him.
I agree. We could definitely work with YDSA, and that's something that I'm kind of big on, especially with like forcing organizational change here at DSA. But I think one thing that we need to do is continue to show genuine, legitimate solidarity with international liberation movements, just like the Panthers did. We also need to be a lot more mass focused and mass involved as an org. Like, we need to kind of do mutual aid, but like not in the way that charities define it, in the way that people like Dean Spade define it, and the way that the Black Panthers define it with the free breakfast program, right? So we need to get back to the roots of the people and the masses. And whether you think the lumpen are a driving revolutionary force or not is a whole nother issue. They are the voices that vote for these fucking people and buy into this imperialist system and shit. So they're the ones who we need to show, hey, you're on the right track. Shit's fucked up here. You're wrong about why, and you're wrong about what to do about it. Here's what to do about it. Like, we need to have something concrete. And the way that we do mutual aid in that sense is we bring something of value, but we don't do it without consenting the masses first. It's just mass line organizing. We do the social investigation. We centralize what the masses need in our areas. We bring it back to them. That builds trust. Over time, through polyed and community building, we can change the narrative here. And once we do that, we have more people pulling on the same rope as us. And that's a good way to start. It's a good foundation. And that's what made the Black Panthers so successful, so much to the point that they were a vanguard at one point.
Yeah, the Black Panther Party would probably, I guess the argument could be made for the CPUSA in the 20s, but the Black Panther Party was probably the only actual vanguard that we've had in the United States. Like, that was actually accepted by the masses as being such, and everybody else, like the CPUSA technically disbanded itself either during or after World War II, which is stupid. Fuck browderism. That's why I dislike the ACP so much. It's basically Zoomer browderism on steroids. Yeah. Communism is the Americanism of the 21st century. Like, come on, man. And then
Dangism. It's all dangism.
Yeah, ding-eyed browderism. If those words mean anything to you, you need to go outside. Anyways. So yeah, that's really, really good point. Like, the mass line, I think, should be like mandatory for anybody in DSA. Like, because otherwise what you're doing is basically reformist commandism. Like, okay, you just show up to knock on people's doors every election season and maybe do a food giveaway. Okay, whoop de fucking do. Cool. But that's not organizing people, and it's certainly not organizing people to stop wars. Like, stopping a war requires a myriad of tactics, both above and underground. And simply, like, I saw somebody yelling at the fucking Cuba convoy, you guys could bring diseases. Okay, first of all, the Cubans asked them to come. They didn't just like decide to get in a boat and like, we're going to Cuba today. Like, no, like, the Cubans have asked for this material assistance. And this was announced what, months ago? Or and like, you had all this time. It's just like there's a difference between good old-fashioned criticism and hateration. What I've seen has been hateration. Like, why the fuck would you wait for everybody to be down there to start talking about the risk of disease? Somebody was even talking about a cholera outbreak. I'm like, what is the people that are bringing that? Like, do you know how cholera is spread? It's spread through shit and water. Like, what do you think, that the people are just all over Havana shitting in the fountains? The unvaccinated people from it. Like, Cuba has a medical system. Cuba has a healthcare system. It's one of the best in the world.
Cuba has
why
an
would you say
amazing medical system and an amazing medical science system too. Don't they have a cure for like a legit like vaccine for certain types of cancer? Like
lung cancer.
believe-
They have a cure for lung cancer.
Yeah.
which I
So,
pray
yeah.
they lace their cigars with. So when I go down there, I won't have to worry about it.
The unity of opposites. We give you cancer and we cure it.
Dialectical. I hate.
They probably have something in there to make it not work on Yankees though. They're like, oh, you think y'all gonna come down here and use up all our fucking vaccines? You got another thing coming, buddy.
I hate
We'll
Gwen. I hate that you called it dialectical, and you're technically correct.
What do y'all think of Dianetical materialism?
Huh?
Isn't that like Isn't that what Scientologists believe in, or whatever? Yeah.
Kitty?
No.
Y'all are riddled with body thetans. You know that? I see them just hovering around you.
With what?
I don't know why
Body
I know
Huh?
that. I don't know why I know that.
All three of y'all are like being assaulted by thetans right now.
By what?
Lexi, how do you not? You're so precious.
So Lexi is like, get this revisionist shit the fuck out of my face.
What the
I mean,
fuck is
Scientology. I know that. What, like, there's something with like.
Hold
like,
on.
there's
I've got
something
a
there's
machine that'll
something
help.
with aliens or something, but like I don't know like what the tenets are. Or something.
Watch the South Park episode. That's all you gotta know. The South Park episode will
Okay.
teach you everything.
Who took my fucking machine?
You had a Thetan machine?
No, Liberation is not a Scientology caucus.
I have congestive heart failure, so I'm on diuretical materials.
Oh dear.
My.
That
What's diuretical mean?
Oh, laugh! Come, they'll tell you when you're older.
Yeah.
it means your kidneys are fucked up.
No. It
take a lot of-
means you got to take a lot of breaks. And on
Yeah.
that note, I'll be back.
You have to consume a lot of a pill called hydrochlorothiazide. My pharmacy heads will know. My pharmacy heads will know what hydrochlorothiazide is. Oh, did I scare them away? Okay, I'm sorry, Lexi.
This has gone from discussion of body thetans to hydrochlorothiazide.
Hydrochlorothiazide. It's like a water salt. It helps you with breaks.
You know, the one
Oh,
thing
by
about
the way-
the Scientologists, do you know the Scientologists literally fucking infiltrated and stole shit from the FBI?
What? No, I didn't know that. What the fuck? I didn't know they got motion like that. I thought that was only for Mormons.
No.
Wait. You give out snacks at your DSA chapter meeting?
Operation Snow White. What? Snacks?
No, not me.
No, like at your chapter meeting. You were saying something about snacks.
I don't give out no fucking snacks. What is this? What is this? Preschool?
No,
I don't know,
some
like-
chapters do like catering, but like my chapter doesn't. You cater afterwards. Literally, us and everybody goes to the attic. Attic. I added a D at the end. My bad. Although we
okay,
did
so
the attic.
this is when they infiltrated the government. So Operation Snow White was a criminal conspiracy by the Church of Scientology during the 1970s to purge unfavorable records about Scientology and its founder, L. Ron Hubbard. This project included a series of infiltrations into and thefts from 136 government agencies, foreign embassies and consulates, as well as private organizations critical of Scientology, carried out by church members in more than 30 countries. It was one of the largest infiltrations of the government in history, with up to 5,000 covert agents. Under this program, Scientology operatives committed infiltration, wiretapping, and theft of governments in the government offices, most notably those of the IRS. Yeah. Y'all did not know that?
No, I knew L. Ron Hubbard, knew Aleister Crowley, but that's it.
Oh yeah,
Um,
this is it's probably one of the most insidious yet also fascinating cults in American history.
I mean, hey, a silver lining is, hey, if they ruin the FBI's day, then
Yeah, the enemy of my enemy is halfway my friend.
it's like it's like Maoism. It's like the United Front against
The handshake of anti-imperialism between
Y'all are
the humble
bizarre.
pluralists.
Y'all want to see Jim Jones in the People's Temple singing the Internationale?
Oh yeah, weren't they like
Sure.
weirdly pseudo leftists?
They were, yeah. So many online leftists would have fallen for this shit. This is Jim Jones and the People's Temple singing the Internationale.
What's with their white shirts?
You say what?
What's with their like Mormon-esque like dress shirts and black ties?
I think there were various ranks within. Hold on. It doesn't even have anything to do with disagreeing with me or anybody else. Like just the aesthetic, like the oh my god, he's Christian, but he's also a commie, and like Huey Newton spoke at Jonestown. Like no, the online left would have ate this shit up. Oh my god, they know how to sing the International. Like look, American communists, I would say that actually know the words to the International are probably in like the low 30% range.
I'm honored.
No, again, the online left would have ate this shit up.
Taxation drains the victim's blood. The rich are free from obligations. The laws of poor do.
Okay, I can't watch no more of that weird shit. That makes me sad. It didn't make poor Augie cry. Powerful communist white man. He wasn't a communist. He left all of his fucking church's assets to the Soviet Union. He was a revisionist. The Soviet Union in 1979. Come on. The Christian aesthetics. Yeah.
It's Brezhnev and Khrushchev time.
Yeah.
Do both.
Imagine people tuning into the stream wanting to hear about Iran, and then suddenly we're playing this video.
Nobody ever said we were the most hinged caucus in DSA. So what do we think is going to be like the end game of all of this, anyways?
Of Iran or of like of Jim Jones?
Well, we already know what Jim Jones's end game was. It came at the bottom of a pack of Flavor Aid. I mean, Iran.
I think destabilize. I mean, this is a popular belief, but it wouldn't be wrong when you say it though. Is they create a failed state like Libya? It's like the second like Gaddafi happening kind of a strong country that exists outside the periphery of the petrodollar is trying to rise up. Libya had its trying to create its own currency off of its gold standard. And then they destabilize the country, right? And they're doing the same thing to Iran, with nuclear system. Any sort of like infrastructure that moves it away from the West and from Europe and from America, a country will get destabilized. They would do it to China if they could, but like you said earlier, Chris, they have nuclear weapons. They got Dafeng missiles that'll blow the fuck out of anybody who comes close. Iran tragically doesn't. I mean, it doesn't have a nuclear missile, right? So it's one of those like catch-22s.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And yes, the People's Temple did plan on moving to the Soviet Union, but the Soviet Union was like, yeah, these people are fucking nuts. No, thank you.
House of Atreides.
Yeah. They I definitely they because last I checked, they're sitting the 82nd Airborne over there. So on top of the Marines that they've already prepared. So everybody's talking boots on the ground. On the other hand, like it's somewhat possible to predict what these people are going to do. But like in terms of like exactly what they're going to do, they might just continue to lob missiles. They might be stupid enough to try to send people into that fucking mountain fortress, which is basically what Iran is. Like basically, if they're stupid, like you're not going to be able to occupy Iran. Like we couldn't even hold fucking Iraq, and Iraq is flat. So yeah, good luck. The Iranians are going to lure you into the mountains, and they're going to swallow you, as they should.
And they have a really, really well equipped standing army and some of the best drones in the world for modern warfare.
Shahed drone.
Yeah, that's why they've been sharing with the with Ansar Allah. That's why Ansar Allah has been able to kick so much ass.
There
Yeah,
was
it
that
was.
there was that Marine general who, in a war game, uh, managed
Yeah,
to inflict 30,000 U.S. casualties in the opening salvo of an
y-
invasion.
yeah, that was
Millennium Challenge.
yeah,
Yeah,
2008, right? They got the
yeah,
general to like cut down all radar stuff and do like suicide tactics with small boats.
yeah.
And they canceled the war game like halfway through. They're like,
Yeah,
nope,
'cause
can't
first,
happen. America can't be this bad.
first they tried to nerf him, and then he still kicked their asses, and then they canceled the whole thing because they lost twice.
Look at this
Wow.
fucking guy. Shit, I wouldn't look if this guy didn't. Even if he didn't have this uniform on, all I'd have to do was take a look at Unc and be like, you know what, this I can't beat this dude at no fucking game like this. This dude is like this dude was probably wargaming before my mom was born. I'm good.
Wait, I mean, he played war game Red Dragon. Holy shit!
He grew up on
Wait,
Age of Empires just like me.
wait,
Yeah.
like how do war games work exactly? Like how do you like
You
do it?
so like
You ever played
for-
D&D? It's shockingly similar, actually.
yeah, I mean like
Yes.
soldier. You do like maneuvers kind of. You like you don't like you have blank firing weapons. You do like positioning maneuvers, and like whoever does the best maneuver kind of wins. And then like what really boils down to is like the anti vehicle combat, and that's done with like IR lasers, like with like paint kind of to like map it all out. I'm pretty sure. I'm not like I've never been in the military, so if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Please correct me.
That's one form that's more like, tactical combat. This was strategic. So it was done in the same way that we would plan like a war, like make an actual war plan. Like, so
Oh.
joint chiefs and stuff like that, like in a room together with a map, like fucking plotting terrain and like doing shit. Um, that was essentially how it went down. It's the same way that we actually prepare as the American Empire prepares for strategic conquest of other nations. So they used the same system, and he still won. Like, inflicted
I,
brutal casualties. So
I mean, like, is it like I mean, is it like a simulation,
it is. It
or are you just like talking out loud, like oh like
it's a
like I do this, no
it's
that's like no that's or no that won't succeed or something like that
yeah, it's a simulation in the sense that D&D is a simulation. If you've
A
ever
war
played
game.
D&D, then you understand.
A war game is when I decide to play Armor Reforger and August shows up in the out of the fucking blue, and we end up like getting shot alongside each other for like an hour and a half. Now, Armor Reforger is like a tactical war game.
I love Milsims. We should play Squad as a caucus, I think.
I just
Sure.
deleted squad. Now I'll get it back.
Yeah, can't wait to no, like it's serious. Like, bro, people's grandpas that are currently in like their 20s are gonna be waking up 40 and 50 years from now shouting, "Hey Don! Hey Don! Hey Don!" If like, yeah, because they brought it on themselves. Like, why would you? Here's the thing that gets me. Like, why would you join the military under Trump? Why would you join the military under Trump? Why would you swear an oath to and fight for this man? What is there that is so compelling about him that makes you want to go fight and die for him?
My oil, my oil.
people might feel like you know people like people who are not doing well financially might feel like
The poor.
I might feel pressured too,
Pressure.
like
It's a
One
especially
thing.
it's
One
a
thing
big
about Americans. One thing that I know about us as Americans is that you cannot force us to do shit that we don't want to do. All of those people are over there because they want to be over there. You sat down, you signed a paperwork, and like there's films, there's movies. Watch Generation Kill. You like that is probably the closest approximation to like what I've never been in the military. People always think I have been, but like from people that I've talked to, like the best depiction of combat, according to actual World War II vets, is actually in Saving Private Ryan. But like just like regular fucking army life, every vet that I've talked to has said Generation Kill. You want to see what it's like? It's a bunch of dumb chuds that want the opportunity to commit crimes that they would get locked up for in the United States. Hell, most of those people that ended up coming back that were in that unit, like if you watch Generation Kill, the fucking sergeant, what was that fucker's name?
Which sergeant?
The
The guy with the cancer, throat cancer guy?
no, not throat cancer. The fucking drill sergeant type dude.
Oh, fuck. I don't remember what happened to him.
He was a fucking pedophile. He's in jail now. What is this
surprising.
fucking name?
No,
Yeah,
I
it
showed
was.
Generation Kill to my granddad who served in he didn't serve in Vietnam, but he did Marine like aircraft mechanics and pack parachutes. He's like, yeah, it's the equivalent of what my friends would do.
Joseph Sixta, that was his name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's in prison now. And like a lot of these, like especially with the Marines, because the Marines are like uniquely fucked up. It's like, yeah, this guy. But like these people, they want the opportunity to go over there to commit, to rape, to steal. And like you look at pictures from 03, when they went into Saddam's house, they looted that whole fucking they looted the dude's house. They even pried the fucking wallpaper and shit off the walls.
Yeah,
So
isn't there a line in Generation Kill where they talk about trying to find his gold and then they can't find it?
yeah. Because for one, okay, you're at Saddam's house. OG ran off to Tikrit to go hide in a fucking grave somewhere. So who got the gold first? The guys that were left. The guys that were fucking left to guard to guard the fucking castle. I mean the palace. They're like, okay, if I'm working for this guy, he runs off. He expects me to defend an empty house, right? Or I'm just a regular fucking Iraqi that just comes along. I'm taking anything that's not nailed down. Because let's be real, okay? You know, we're getting our asses whooped. The Americans are gonna win. I'm gonna have to leave this fucking country. Because, bro, I've got Baptist shit on. I'm a high-ranking member of the Ba'ath Party. I need to go before I end up following OG to a noose. So yeah. Yeah, it does look like the actor. A lot of those guys, Fruity Rudy, he was actually played by the real guy.
I love Fruity Rudy.
Of course you do. You met, yeah. These people are fucking. They're unhinged. They're unhinged. We'd fit right in.
Honestly, yeah, more than you know. I spent a lot of time on Pendleton. I was never in the military, but
yeah, but you know, people who joined the military, like I mean, like like obviously obviously the actions that they do, are are abhorrent, and are evil, but when joining, it's like most people don't join. Most people don't join because of like inherent evil nature, like they're responding to material conditions, right?
Yeah, I'll use why drill training became a thing during World War One, and the mass conscription that followed. Tons of soldiers would like shoot above the Germans' heads, and the British too. They'd shoot above their heads because they didn't want to kill their neighbors practically, right? Because for so long they didn't like fight each other. And then that's why drill school became a thing, or drill soldiers became a thing, because they had to drill them and dehumanize the enemy so that they would then kill them. So they would then march forward with orders to like exterminate whatever enemy they saw.
Yeah,
and I think you see
turn you to a mindless automaton. Yeah, like when you're like there's human mode and then there's soldier mode. In soldier mode, you're like, okay, their thing there, shoot. I'm gonna go shoot. And then I think like a lot of people they get PTSD from when they go back into human mode. It's like, oh my god, did I just waste a whole entire fucking house of kids?
I throw a grenade in that school. That I napalm that entire village.
Yeah. On the other hand, there's also plenty of sociopaths that become military, that join the military, or become
Special
cops.
forces.
Yeah, and they get a kick out of that shit. Yeah, man, I fucking wasted that whole village. Fuck yeah, I'm God, I'm supreme. Like there are a lot of fuckers in Vietnam like that. A book that I recommend is actually it's Bloods by a black journalist named Wallace Terry. Do I have a copy? Here, I
Book
have 2
pile.
copies actually.
Book pile.
Yes, book pile. Do not laugh at my book pile.
No, I love it.
Where the fuck? This is one of the reasons why you should not have a book pile, because you can never find shit.
It's part of the joy, though, because you gotta find stuff you know you had, or you might have not remembered.
Where's my fucking book? Y'all can continue talking while I find the fucking book. Oh, here it is. Bloods. This is a first edition. I also have a little one. And let's just open up to a random page.
I mean, I will say, like,
Oh, here's one. Specialist 5, Emmanuel J. Holloman from Baltimore, Maryland. Interpreter, 25th Infantry Division, U.S. Army, Cu Chi, June 66 to June 99. Long Bean, January 1971 to December 1971. Specialist Holloman says, I expected the Vietnamese to give me hell sometimes. That came with the job. But some of my own people hated me. Guys would call me traitor, sometimes worse. They would call me a turncoat or N-word. That was the worst part. You never would get over that. Let's see what else. One time, one of our tanks made a mistake and fired on this woman and her daughter. The daughter got killed. The woman was running from her village because a stray round from another tank had killed her brother. Later that night, we fired an illumination round over the village. It didn't explode like it was supposed to, and it fell through the roof of this hut and killed an old woman. When I heard about everything what happened, I took some money out to the village. When I got there, the relatives of all 3 of those people that got killed started beating on me and yelling, American, go away. The Americans were amazed, at the way I was able to move around. Like I would go places where you couldn't even take a tank. The whole time I was there, I was ambushed once, and I thought it was a mistake. The VC had to know who I was and what I did. So I thought maybe those VC didn't know who we were. We were going to take some lumber to help people rebuild their houses, but nobody got hurt. I was sure it was a mistake because I could come and go as I pleased. Not everything we did bad to the people was a mistake. Many people did things bad on purpose. You see, a lot of people that felt like they shouldn't be there, so they took it out on the people. Like this APC, Armored Personnel Carrier. Every day for a week, it came in town early in the morning, just at market time. Maybe 2,000 people were in the market shopping. And this GI on the APC took tear gas grenades and threw them into the crowd. Little children passed out, and this old man passed out. We got the guy who did it all the time. Reported him to the commanding general, and he was court-martialed. But that type of thing went on all the time. There was this GI who would sit on the bridge from Cu Chi to Phuc Vinh, shooting the people with a slingshot. He also used the links that hold 50 caliber rounds together. We also had this MP who would sit on that bridge all day and shoot the people going to work with his BB gun. I rode behind him once and he shot at everybody for 5 miles. There was nothing I could do but follow and watch. Sometimes a guy would get tired or bored. Then he would want to do something mischievous. I was on a couple of sweeps and the guys would be checking wallets for IDs, but they would keep the people's pictures of their girlfriends for no reason. During the Tet Offensive, during a lot of looting in Cholon. You could say the Arvins, the South Vietnamese army notorious for corruption, were looting too. The Americans were stealing TVs. They were taking motorbikes. It was ridiculous. They couldn't keep them. They would drive them for a few blocks and drop them. Mostly they took whiskey, beer, and money. Those are the types of people that we send overseas. Garbage. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I definitely agree with the comrades' assertion for the end game. They try to turn Iran into a failed state because they can't conquer it. They will never conquer it. So they want to turn it.
Iran's too well established in the international community as well. They can't give them the Cuba or the Russia treatment.
Yeah.
Or the North Korea treatment.
Exactly. So yeah, definitely agree that that they're going to try, but I don't think they'll succeed. I think Iran will remain firmly within the system that it has chosen to govern itself.
Yeah.
Because the people are united. If the people are united, like no matter how much, Huey said that the power of the people is greater than the power of the man's technology. And the Iranians also have plenty of demands technology of their own. So, like, yeah, I think that they'll survive.
That's a really good quote. Also. Yeah.
I do think that we as a left definitely need to, like, and I want to say get our shit together, but people have been saying that since there has been a left. Like, we actually have to get good.
Like you said on one of your solo streams, that like the left has failed to stop this. That we didn't, you know, that like that it is a failure of the left that you know uh that like you know that we're unable to stop this imperialist war from happening.
Yeah. And I'm kind of a one trick pony with this lately, but I think a good place to start is
I'm sorry,
taking.
please.
Sorry?
Continue what you were saying.
I'm sorry. I was just saying that I think a good place to start with this is to take mass line organizing seriously. We need to build the mass movement that we need in this country to actually get shit done. And a lot of what you were saying before, Lexi, too, about like preventing people from enlisting in the fucking military.
Hello?
Hello?
No.
Huh?
What happened?
What happened?
I don't know. Like, did my audio glitch?
No.
No.
Oh. No? Oh, alright, don't mind. Anyway. But, yeah, like, we need to organize and like we need to keep educating people and and spreading class consciousness.
Definitely agree.
Yeah.
So, victory to the people of Iran.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're gonna get grievous for that one. Honestly, I don't give a shit.
I would entertain that grievance. I'll have the trial.
Funny tangent about the grievance. So, in the New York City chapter, the grievance with the grievance committee, obviously they can mediate, but it is ultimately up to steering about about adju- adjudicating matters. So
Adjudicating.
Yeah.
yes, I'm adjudicating. Just the the grievance committee itself can't actually do anything. They can only give their report to steering. So that's something I learned like a week or so ago, and yeah, so it really shows how much power is centralized in steering.
They're like Stalinists, but with shitty politics.
I do want to just
Alexandria?
I do want to just let you know. Don't get too comfy with what you talk about. That's all.
Wait, Alexandria, are you saying something?
Yeah, plenty.
They've hacked your audio, Lexi.
Wait, you can hear Wait, you can hear Alexandria?
I can hear everybody.
Wait, so why can't I? One second.
Damn.
Oh, groundwork has kidnapped Lexi. Now I gotta fly to New York.
Ah, shit. Here we go again. We load up my newspaper.
Okay. Oh, I can hear you now. Alexandria. Oh, I don't know why I could not hear you for a while.
Nobody listens to him, and I'm used to it.
I listen to women.
I'm teasing you.
No,
women generally have better things to say than men. I listen to women more than I listen to men. Men are generally good for nothing but talking from their ass.
You talk from other places than your ass sometimes.
I'm a gay man.
I'm gonna let the free I'm gonna let the free masses interpret that however they wish. That being said, Lexi, I just wanted to give you a heads up. Don't get too comfortable saying stuff here.
Oh,
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh no, they told me that this was public. That this was like fully public formation. So they said it was okay. They meaning grievance, but
I yeah. That one.
Okay.
Do that.
That was my therapy session. I'm mandated to scream into a pillow for a few seconds every night
I love that.
to control my rage. Anyways, all right. So, victory to the people of Iran. Has anybody watched the new Peaky Blinders movie?
No, I never watched the series though.
You must watch the series, then watch the movie.
Is that my official assignment?
Oh, if you accept, why are you accepting assignments from me and you're older than me? Jesus Christ! I'm going to bed. You should be like fuck off. You should be like fuck off, kid. They don't tell me what to do.
I'm a team player. That's why I started Wrench.
Okay. Well, good night, everybody.
Hey.
Try not to get blown up by a Sedgwick missile. Well,
Don't get blown up or door kicked. We love you. See you next week.